Thank you, Theodora. So here I am at the moment, I'm doing my carrots. So just basically peeling them, as you do. I don't have a compost bin, but what I do is I put all of my vegetable peelings into our raised vegetable garden that I've planted potatoes in this year, and I'll see how they go. I have to say, farmers are worth their weight in gold. Growing vegetables is not an easy thing to do. It really isn't. It's so much work. And I've had no success. I've grown myself a lovely broccoli and it's turned into a big flower head. So, good for the bees, but that's about all. So Theodora has just finished my apples, so I'll remove that lid because then they can cool a little before I tip them out into one of my trusty old Tupperware dishes that I've had forever, as you do with Tupperware, because when it was made it was quality. And yes, I know that the yellow ones had a bit of arsenic in it, but I have to say, if I had them, I would still use them because Tupperware is amazing, absolutely amazing. Full quality, I don't know, if I didn't know better, I'd say it was made in Germany. Everything of quality seems to come from Germany. I hate to say it, but everything of junk comes from China. But anyway, it's just the way it is. So this is actually a Tupperware peeler. And what I love about it, I've been given another one that actually came from Holland and it's a beautiful one. But I don't use that one. I use my Tupperware one because I just like it. I like colour, a bit of colour in the kitchen. And I like the way it's hot pink. I like the way that it stands out. I like the way I can see it in the drawer at a glance. And it's well worth every dollar I spend on it. Because, as you can see, I use it quite a bit. So that's the carrots ready for Theodora. Right, now next we will start on the cabbage. Don't they look delicious? So, with the cabbage, we simply have got to clear it up a bit. So I've been to Aldi this morning and quite often I get packet mixes, but I've decided to go back to doing it like this. It's a lot more work, but it's better. It's better in every other way. One, it's cheaper, and I'm all about thrift. And two, you get a lot of meals out of it, a lot of meals. It's better value than the $2 packs. So yeah, it's just like I say, more work. But if you haven't got the time and you work full time, buy the packet mixes from Aldi. They're $1.99 for 200 grams, which is 2 servings. But I'm a vegaholic and I eat a full packet every time I have a serving. So I go through 400 grams of veggies a day, thereabouts, because, like I say, I'm a vegaholic. I love them. So basically all I do is I cut these up and then they go into a bowl. And then, my headband's slipping. And then, of course, everything gets re-chopped in Theodora so that it's small. And the thing, if you've got pre-prepared vegetables, I mean, they can be hot, they can be coleslaw, they can be whatever you want them to be. Quite often I'll put on some baked potatoes with this, and we'll have some steamed veg and baked potatoes. And it's a delicious meal with some meat. I mean, you have to have protein. I eat a lot of chicken. I'm a bit of a chicken fan. I'm not a big one for eating red meat. I never have been. But my husband likes red meat, so, you know, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We make sure that he gets red meat too. And, yeah, and I do menus. So we know what we're having every day for lunch and for tea. I mean, I'm not working anymore. I used to work, and of course, I don't know, time was a bit of a factor, and it was, oh goodness, what is in the cupboard? What can I throw together to make a half-decent meal? But now I'm pretty organised, and so I don't do that anymore. And I have it all worked out. And then you know that you've got the food for these items in the cupboard, in the freezer, in the drawers, wherever. You've got them. And that's the way to be. So it's very good. It's worked really well. And even with the pandemic, I haven't stockpiled too much stuff. We always have a full supply of everything in our pantry. Like, so if we've got all the toilet rolls out in the toilet, like we'll have 6 in the toilet, but there's always a spare pack of 4 in the cupboard, always. So if that spare pack goes after the 6, well then I shop from my pantry basically, because I buy everything that when it's on sale. So when the Moccona coffee comes on sale, I'll buy Moccona coffee. We don't ever pay the $24 for it. It's way too expensive and I'm not into that. And yeah, so it goes with everything. You know, these days with technology, it's fantastic because you get the emails saying, oh, your reward points, you can get this and this and this and this week, saving X amount of dollars. And that's what we do, what I do. I religiously go through the catalogues and only get what's on sale. I do not buy anything at full price, apart from what's at Aldi, because Aldi is incredible value, as we all know. And it's good stuff because, let's face it, it's German, most of it's German. And there's a lot of good Aussie products in there. I'm not a fan of the yogurt. I find it way too bitter, even for me, who doesn't eat sugar of any kind, or very rarely. But I don't like their yogurt, so I get my yogurt at Woolworths, and I really love their yogurt. It's like it's got a vanilla creaminess to it, and it's just gorgeous. It's so nice. So that's the veggies all prepped, that they'll all get all cut up shortly in Theodora, and they go into a big Tupperware container that I serve from. And I've done this for over a year now. This is how I do it. And if I didn't do it this way, I buy the pre-packaged ones. So that's a half a cabbage, and that's a half a cabbage. This one gives you 2 bowls. So that's a lot of cabbage, isn't it? A lot of cabbage. And because I'm a big capsicum fan, I always have some capsicum. Just because I can. It just adds that touch of zing. So we have another bowl here. So it was so busy when we were down the street. I just can't believe it. Everybody's out and about because with the pandemic, we've been locked down here in Ballarat for ages. And yeah, so the shops have opened up. Today's grand final day, and we're wanting Melbourne to win. So we're hoping that will happen. And we'll watch the footy tonight, and we'll have pies for tea, because every week on my menu, I don't just have everything that's prepared. I have frozen food as well, because, I mean, you get sick of just, you know, like preparing every meal. You want some easy stuff. So my easy stuff is that we have frozen pies, usually of a Friday night, and my husband will have chips with it from the deep fryer. That's his ideal. Of course, I have veg with mine, because that's my ideal. So, yeah. So that's our treat, and we usually have a fruit pie afterwards, you know, later on that night, and that's just delicious. And they're just the ones from Aldi. They're like in little single-serve containers, and they're just darling. So, yeah, we really love them. I have it with yogurt. Bert has it with ice cream, but that's fine. That's what he likes, and I like yogurt. Okay, so I'm going to show you now my apples. Theodora's all done. Look at that. Can you see that, or is it steaming up? I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute.